Good day, everyone. Last week, we were given a task by our instructor, Sir Gotham, to make a caricature concerning the issues here in the Philippines. So we carefully decided and agreed to make caricatures about a national and local topic. The first caricature is about the Marcos versus Duterte allegations against each other.
I think it's the fentanyl. Fentanyl is the strongest painkiller that you can buy. It is highly addictive and it has a very serious side effects. And PRRD has been taking the drug for a very long time now. When was the last time he told us that he was taking fentanyl? Mga 5-6 years ago? Something like that.
Drug addict tayo na presidente.
Sabi pa ni Digong, meron din daw patunay sa banat niyang ito.
Nung ako'y mayor, pinakitaan ako ng evidence ng PDEA. Doon sa listahan, nandoon yung pangalan mo.
The second one is an issue concerning Butuan City about the recurring suicide attempts at the Magsaysay Bridge.
Caricature is a form of art stretched back to history, has consistently served as a powerful tool for critiquing social norms, political figures, and cultural trends. By exaggerating certain features, caricaturists can effectively shed light to hidden truths or criticizing, making this observation accessibly to a broad audience. This artist method isn't aesthetic. It involves with society remains dynamic and influential. Either is providing entertainment, offering a platform for social critiques, or serving as a means of personal expression.
Rodrigo Duterte, the former president of the Philippines, launched a scathing attack on his successor, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., accusing him of a drug addiction and alleging attempts by his allies to extend their grip on power by removing constitutional terms limits. Duterte remarks laden with expletives underscore the strained relationship between the two influential political families. Marcos Jr. responded to Duterte's accusation by suggesting that Duterte's judgment might be impaired due to his past use of fentanyl, a drug Duterte has admitted to taking for pain relief. Duterte warned Marcos Jr. against constitutional amendments, cautioning him of a fate similar to his father Outsing. Additionally, Duterte accused Marcos Jr. of drugs use, claiming he was high back then and continued to be so president. Although these allegations were disrupted by the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, tensions between the families were further fueled by reporters of International Criminal Court investigators visiting the Philippines to probe Duterte's drug crackdowns, which Marcos Jr. has refused to cooperate with. Duterte's son and Davao City Mayor also called for Marcos Jr.'s resignation, citing concerns over his foreign policy and handling of rising criminality.
The first caricature is the allegation between Marcos Jr. and Duterte. Represents more than just a personal feud. They are indicative of the border dynamics at play in Philippine politics. As the two figures continue to trade accusation and jokery for power, the future of Philippine democracy hangs on the balance. Only the time will tell how the rivalry will unfold and what implications it will make for country's political landscape.
So the Duterte Marcos saga, a story of family feuds and big dreams. Let's start with Duterte. He's a tough guy known for his strong ways of doing things. He promised to fix the country problems and get rid of crime and corruption. On the other side, you've got Marcos Jr., who wants to make people and remember the good things about his families time in power and bring back some pride to the nation. When Duterte and Marcos Jr. entered the political scene, things get really interesting. Duterte's time as president was all about his tough stance on drugs. Some people praised him, but others said he went too far with it. Meanwhile, Marcos Jr. tried to connect with everyday folks, promised to make life better for them. As the Duterte presidency was coming to an end, the tension between him and Marcos Jr. boiled over. Duterte accused Marcos Jr. of being hooked on drugs and trying to change the rules to keep his family in power. Marcos Jr. hit back, questioning Duterte's own past and saying he might not be thinking straight.
The ongoing exchange of allegations between Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. and Rodrigo Duterte not only reflects the personal rivalry between these two prominent figures, but also exposes the deeper structural issues within Philippine politics. These allegations are not merely isolated incidents but are symptomatic of broader challenges facing Philippine society. At the heart of these accusations lies the historical legacy of the Marcos dictatorship and its enduring impact on Philippine politics. Duterte's warnings against constitutional amendments and accusations of drug use against Marcos Jr. are imbued with historical significance as they evoke memories of the authoritarian rule of Marcos Sr. and the manipulation of the Constitution to prolong strength. Thus, the allegations are not just about personal animosities, but also about grappling with unresolved issues of the past and their implications for the present and future of Philippine democracy. Furthermore, the allegations shed light on the precarious balance between democracy and authoritarianism in the Philippines. Duterte's hardline approach to governance, characterized by his controversial drug war and disregard for human rights, has raised concerns about the erosions of democratic norms and institutions. Marcos Jr.'s refusal to cooperate with international investigations into Duterte's drug crackdowns underscores the challenges of accountability and transparency in the face of executive power. Moreover, the exchange of allegations between Marcos Jr. and Duterte reflects the broader political landscape of the Philippines, where personal rivalries and family dynasties often take precedence over substantive policy debates and governance issues. This focus on personality politics detracts from addressing the pressing socioeconomic challenges facing the country, such as poverty, inequality, and corruption. In conclusion, the allegations between Marcos Jr. and Duterte serve as microcosm of the complexities and contradictions within the Philippine politics. They highlight the unresolved tensions between democracy and authoritarianism, the enduring legacy of the Marcos dictatorship, and the challenges of accountability and transparency. To navigate these challenges and build a stronger democracy, the Philippines must confront its past, strengthen its institutions, and prioritize the common good over narrow political interests.
The aftermath of attempted suicide incident reverted not just locally, but also across social media platforms and throughout the city itself. What should have served as a somber moment for reflection and communal support was instead exploited by thrill seekers and attention grabbers, drawn to the scene like moths to flame. The Magsaysay Bridge, once a humble artery of the city, transformed into a magnet of those seeking to capitalize on tragedy for their own fleeting moments of fame. Among these individuals was one particularly audacious individual who, driven by a combination of courage and recklessness, scaled the bridge's towering structure, broadcasting their antics to the world via live stream. In a matter of moments, a virtual audience has amassed, eagerly egging on the spectacle while simultaneously decrying the blatant disregard for public safety. The repercussion for this brazen act rippled outward, disrupting not only the tranquility of the bridge, but also the peace of mind of the citizens, both near and far. The swiftness response of the authorities did little to quell the unease that had settled over the city. Instead, it served as a stark reminder of the fragility of public order in the face of such audacious behavior. As the dust settled and immediately danger passed, questions began to arise. What had such an incident had been allowed to occur on so soon after the previous one? Where were the safeguards that should have been in place to prevent such a brazen display of recklessness? Doubt crept amongst the minds of many, cast a shadow of uncertainty over the city, leadership and its ability to maintain order in the face of adversity.
The first caricature depicts a person who is experiencing intense emotional pain, likely due to difficulties in the relationship, feeling heartbroken and overwhelmed. He contemplates taking his own life by jumping off a bridge. So, in this state of extreme distress, his judgment is clouded by emotions, making it difficult for him to think clearly or consider alternatives. Fortunately, the authorities intervene before any harm is done, preventing a tragic outcome. So, the caricature also emphasizes how important support networks and intervention are in averting tragic results. So it highlights the need for easily available mental health services and caring communities to support people in overcoming adversity and discovering hope in the midst of despair.
Three people faced really tough situations on the bridge. Two of them felt super frustrated and helpless, thinking life was just too hard. They even thought about giving up. But there was just another person who just wanted attention and fame, doing things for the show. The busy bridge full of cars showed how everyone was feeling inside. It was like a big tangle of emotions. As the traffic got worse, people started reacting differently. Some got really mad and blamed the problems for all the chaos. They pointed fingers, saying it was all their fault, but others understood that everyone was having a hard time. They saw the struggles people were going through and how it was missing with their feelings. In the middle of all confusion, different reactions showed how tricky our emotion can be when unexpected problems hit us. On that busy bridge, it was like a storm of feelings. Some people were angry, while others were understanding. It painted a clear picture of how we all handle tough situations in our own ways. The bridge became a stage for all these human emotions, showing how personal struggles can affect the whole community.
The second caricature depicts the incidents on Magsaysay Bridge in Butuan City, highlights the complex issues surrounding mental health, interpersonal relationship, and the role of social media in shaping public perceptions and discourse. It portrays of a person's implementing suicide due to emotional distress, underscore the urge to need mental health supports and intervention service in communities.
So to conclude, these issues are prominent in the Philippines and also here in Butuan City, and these are the topics which in a way divide society because of individual opinions. The political landscape of the Philippines has long been marked by controversies, power struggles, and debates surrounding the legacies of past leaders. In recent years, the rise of Rodrigo Duterte and the resurgence of the Marcos family in Philippine politics have sparked intense scrutiny, particularly concerning allegations of human rights abuses, corruption, and drug abuse. The Duterte versus Marcos saga has deeply divided Filipino society, with supporters and detractors fiercely debating the merits of each side's claims and allegations. The intertwining legacies of Duterte and the Marcoses have exposed deep-seated divisions within Philippine society and raised fundamental questions about the country's trajectory. As Filipinos grapple with the complexities of their political past and present, the need for transparency, accountability, and respect for democratic principles remains paramount in shaping the future of the nation. The Magsaysay Bridge incidents have sparked some realizations on people. It is to note that depression is not a joke and your mental health matters. Reach out for help and talk to somebody about your problems because suicide will never be the answer. It should also leave a mark for that supposed blogger who mocked the people that climbed the bridge, attempting to take their lives. You do not gain fame by doing such act and you are making yourself look like a fool doing something so immoral and wrong.